Yesterday was Kenyan Day. On Saturday was the Somali Day. For the first time, Somalia Republic, the new kid on the block, were able also to show us the value chain. And we are happy about that. And they became in a big way. And some of them will be receiving awards here. And then yesterday was the Kenyan Day, which was also, we used the Kenyan Day also to host very high level discussion on how to unlock barriers that keep on stifling trade in East Africa. And my CS will be reading out the communique following some of the outcomes that emerged. Today, in the morning, we had the Democratic Republic of Congo, who had their day today. They also showcased their value chain. And then, of course, this afternoon was the EAC Day, which also now becomes the formal official opening ceremony for this. And we are happy that you created time to join us in celebrating this great value chain.
This morning, today, I had the honor and privilege to officially launch the newly established International Trade Center Regional Office in Nairobi. It is the first time ever since the office was established in 1964 that they've had an office out of Geneva. Geneva is their headquarters. So the first office that they've ever established out of Geneva was in Nairobi today. So I think that's a great honor for us. Secondly, I would like to take this opportunity as the Director General and the representative of the Secretary General in Nairobi to appreciate and acknowledge with gratitude to you, Mr. President, the continued support and cooperation being extended to the growing UN family in Kenya by the host government of Kenya. When the UN came, 1975, 300 staff and family. Today, we are 20,000, and still growing. So we are able to do that because of the support, encouragement that we got for the government of Kenya.
The process of resolution of non-tariff barriers has reduced by 50%. While they still exist, but the mechanisms in place are supporting us to reduce non-tariff barriers. We have increased digital connectivity, and I wish to report that the governors of the central banks have now approved an EAC payment master plan, which master plan is going to facilitate cross-border movement of currencies across borders, facilitating the exchange and sale of goods among partner states as we await the rollout of a monetary union. Your Excellency, allow me on this note to thank the Republic of Kenya for all the facilitation that has been provided to the exhibitors through the various borders where they passed, including a delegation that just arrived yesterday and was very quickly facilitated. In less than 20 minutes, they were in and out of the border. The services have been exceptional, and I would like to commend the PSS of EAC Affairs, the PS of the MSME Ministry, for the excellent coordination of this event. Excellency, I thank you very much for your presence today, and we look forward to hearing from you. I thank you very much.
Men who are talented, and these young men, they have never gone to any technical institutes. We are training them how to use the work, using their hands, and using locally available materials.
The other thing, we want to support the president to improve this instead of using fiberglass, or instead of using plastic, or poly.
Okay. Very good, very good. Thank you. Asante. Muko na exhibitors hapa? Yes. Tunawatembelea. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais. Asante.
Naweza kusongesha? Unaundia wapi?
For a year now, and now we have been directed by the MCA.
Nahitaji uzaidi. Sawa, sawa.
Ngozi pure ya ng'ombe kabisa, ndiyo. Niko ya bei ya nafuu, tunatengeneza na mikono yetu. Na mguu ya
Jitu mpya. Asante sana, jina na
Ndiyo. Asante sana. Tena tunafurahi sana. Ndiyo.
Hii ni brass. Unatengenezea wapi?
Tunatengenezea Nairobi.
Nairobi?
Nairobi. Nairobi, Ludhuli Street.
made out of what? Made out of mud.
Mud.
It is made out of mud, the clay. And now we mold with hands. There are some chemicals that we use to polish.
Natengeneza kando alafu naekelea. Lakini hapa kutengeneza na sanga. Yeah.
With the right gunny bag. This is a gunny bag. We have producers in Namave industrial area, and we also make different chocolate types. This is milk. This is dark.
Tanzania, tumekuja kuiwakilisha Tanzania. Karibu sana baba yetu. Tumekuja na bidhaa zetu nzuri kama hii hapa. Hii ni maharage ya kienyeji. Ni nzuri sana. Karibu sana, tuna asali ambayo tumeizalisha wenyewe.
Kiwanda Linga. Yes. Hiyo ni kiwanda cha kwetu wenyewe, tunatengeneza asali.
Kwenda kuokota samaki wale maji yakitoka. Kwa hiyo watoto na watu wazima wanakwenda kuokota pweza na samaki wadogo wadogo.
I normally carry this. Yes. Yeah. I normally buy. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Like what is there?
You must fly high and then overlook down. Overcome the stones. Yeah. And overcome the stones. Yeah, this is an eagle.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's made out of stone, right?
Yeah, it's pure stone, soapstone.
So unataka ninunue
hivi.
It's all about love.
It's about
about love and unity.
Yeah.
That's the one that has a very interesting story.
Kitu cha heshima, na kama mnavyojua tembo ni mnyama wa amani.
I encourage all of you to take a walk down the CBD, the Central Business District, from Jamia Mall to the buildings on Moy Avenue. You will find small traders selling different wares. Your Excellency, we have seen a growth of shopping centers across the estates, and these are home to small and medium-sized enterprises. Many of these, Your Excellency, are owned by young people. We know that youth unemployment is high, well over 100,000 young graduates joining the job market each year. So we must really ensure that enterprise becomes a real pathway to prosperity. Not all of these young people can get jobs in the formal economy, and so there is need to actually provide a platform and an environment where MSMEs can thrive. That is why, Your Excellency, my administration is committed to building a Nairobi where businesses can start, grow, and thrive. This includes ease of doing business. Through our Unified Business Permit, Your Excellency, you remember we promised to do that. We have done that. Today, the UBP consolidates multiple licenses into a single document to simplify operations for business owners. And for us, it has enhanced our revenue collection. Currently, Your Excellency, we have 190,925 registered businesses under that Unified Business Permit. And of these, 95,000 are either SMEs or MSMEs. Your Excellency, before, traders would have to have multiple licenses, 5, 6 licenses, being moved from one office to another. Go get your fire certificate, go get your hygiene in another building. Today, from the comfort of your mobile phone, wherever you are, you can actually register your business, describe the enterprise you're in, and print your own Unified Business Permit in any part of the city or of the world.
Before I begin, I'd like to express our condolences on the loss of Kenya's former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga. He was also a hero for the Caribbean, and as you know, he was a lover of Jamaica, from where I come, and so Jamaica Farewell went down very well when you started singing it, President. You know, we automatically said, oh, this is awesome. But thank you so much. As I was reflecting on his passing, I couldn't help but think of the statement that he made last year, that Africa could but must not be caught again in proxy wars between foreign powers. And those words are all the more prescient now as tariff escalations and trade wars threaten to tear not just the fabric of our multilateral trading system, but the relationships and trusts that have been built over generations. It's why the work that the EAC does and has been doing in partner states to deepen economic integration among the members is so urgent and so vital to the fates of MSMEs across the region, but also to the success of the African continental free trade area overall. We're honored to witness some of the fruits of this labor at this EAC MSMEs Trade Fair, and we want to celebrate alongside you a significant milestone in ITC's own history, the opening of our first corporate office outside of headquarters to serve a world region right here in Nairobi at the UN Gigiri complex. I'm supposed to do the lululation now.
Three fundamental things are important. I said earlier, access to credit. And we have moved several steps in making sure that we clear the pathway for access to credit. Number two, we must also have targeted grants. We are in the process of rolling out the Nyota program. The Nyota program is going to have targeted grants to enterprises that are being run by young people between the ages of 18 and 29 and people living with disability ages up to 35. We are looking for 110,000 such small enterprises, and we are going to give them a grant of 50,000 shillings each. We started that process last week. I just want to announce that the rest of the process is underway. I'm informed by Waziri Oparanya and his team that they will be training the rest of the country from this Friday through early next week. And so from next week, we will be releasing another 4.4 billion Kenya shillings to the rest of the people who will have been trained and identified. In the city of Nairobi alone, Governor Sakaja and your team, in the city of Nairobi alone, we will be looking for 6,000 enterprises, small business people, 6,000 of them. And we are going to give them 300 million shillings. So I am looking for that moment, and I hope Jalango and your team from Nairobi, you organize yourselves, because we want to do this to raise the capital for the small entrepreneurs and to scale them up so that they can run their businesses. We will be identifying, and we want a level of equity. 50% of the beneficiaries must be women. And it can only be 50%, no less. It can be more. It can be more women, but minimum 50% women, because women are very good business people. And they have already demonstrated, even in the areas that we have already identified. Under the same program, the Nyota program, we want to also create opportunities, because part of growing the MSMEs is what I said, access to credit, targeted grants, and we are also supporting them to do business. Under this same program, we will be identifying 600,000 small entrepreneurs, and we want to support them with capacity building so that they can do business with government, both at the county and at the national level. Through digital lending, borrowers are building credit histories that have crystallized into credit scores improving visibility to lenders, reducing risk perceptions, and expanding financial opportunity to many. I am very proud, and I think once the story of the Hustler Fund will be written, there will be so many people who will have a story to tell that had been locked out of the credit space, and they couldn't access any money or any credit. Today, people who are paying up to 100% for credit, today they are paying 8%. I remember when we discussed and we said we are going to peg this on 8%, one very rich person, I don't want to mention their names, told me this will be unsustainable. It will not work. I am looking for him now so that I can tell him it is working. Because this is now 3 years down the road, and we are making strides in the right direction. Not only are credit ratings of people have been restored, not only are people borrowing on a daily basis, but the credit limits are also increasing. And we are making more and more Kenyans access credit. To expand financial inclusion, we launched the Financial Inclusion Fund, popularly known as the Hustler Fund, which has so far disbursed 80 billion Kenya shillings to many Kenyans since November 2022. The fund has provided dignified credit to those previously excluded from formal lending. And let me say this about the Hustler Fund. The primary approach that we had on micro and small enterprises. In 2022, we had 7 million Kenyans, 3 million of them being micro enterprises who were blacklisted in our credit reference bureaus. And they could not undertake any business, they could not open an account, they were completely locked out of the economic space. We took the decision that we are going to change how credit is accessed in Kenya. We also took the firm position and negotiated with credit reference bureaus, and we redeemed 7 million Kenyans who were blacklisted and gave them a second chance. Today, I am very confident and happy that the 7 million Kenyans have since transformed. Today, we have 2 million Kenyans who borrow religiously from the Hustler Fund. Today, we have close to 800,000 entrepreneurs, small businesses, that today borrow money on our bridge finance as part of the Hustler Fund. And they are doing this without the benefit of any collateral. The biggest problem we had in Kenya was that for you to access credit, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, 150,000, you either had to have a logbook of some motorcycle or car, or you have some title to some piece of land, or you have a payslip. Today, an ordinary citizen without a payslip, without a title deed, without a logbook, can access up to 150,000 shillings on the Hustler Fund, the only collateral being their credit record, that they are decent people and they can pay. It has expanded the collateral space. Today, the collateral space includes your credit rating, which comes as a result of you being able to pay your debts. We are now advancing efforts to securitize this credit score, recognizing it as collateral to unlock financing for millions, especially young people and women who lack traditional assets such as property or formal pay slips, as I have said. To strengthen market access, Kenya is establishing county aggregation and industrial parks in all the 47 counties to support agro-processing, consolidate local value chains, and expand commercial reach for our micro, small, and medium enterprises. The governor of Nairobi keeps reminding me that the county aggregation and industrial park for Nairobi will not be selling any agricultural products. They will instead be manufacturing stuff for those in the city. And therefore, this is going to be, it is tailored for different value chains in different counties in different parts of the country. The ultimate goal is that we need to assist small enterprises who may not have money to rent their own space, to use spaces that we have already built, and to also share some of the equipment that they use. We will have common user facilities where you don't have to own a certain machine. Maybe it is expensive, but we will have machines available and they will be shared, and everybody can have access to these facilities and use it to improve their businesses. Looking at the enterprises that are exhibitors in this fair, many of them require not so much capital. They just need to enhance the finesse of what they are producing. We just need to support them the last mile. That last mile is what common user facilities can do. I say so because I have seen it in Karioko. We are going to be replicating Karioko in all our county aggregation and industrial parks so that more and more enterprises can have access to credit and to tools that they can use to enhance the value of the products that they are producing.